Here with the Washington Informer, Win Sports, and I'm here to talk a little bit about kind of expectations for today. It's game day, man. First game of the season. It is preseason, so it's not quite the same, but it is exciting. I mean, I think we're all ready to see some football, see the burgundy and gold out there running around. And just kind of wanted to talk about the things that I was hopeful to see today. Not specifically just players. Obviously, there's certain people that we want to see and how well they do. But ultimately, I'm just excited to see certain things and hopeful that we see these things happen, out on the field. Now, the first thing, obviously, anytime I'm watching football, I'm a person that had a lot of knee injuries. So first thing I want to see none of is injuries. I was watching the Ravens game. We saw one of their corners get hurt last night. There's been a lot of injuries. Rashawn Slater from the Chargers got hurt as well. So if the team can avoid all injuries, it would be amazing to see. So injuries is the number one thing that I think that we all hope that doesn't happen. But let's get on to the actual game. One of the things I'd like to see also is some of these second-year players make a jump. I mean, we're talking about Ben Sinnott, Luke McCaffrey, Johnny Newton. I would love to see a few big plays from Johnny Newton just to see if these guys are making the progression that everybody's hopeful for. There was a lot of high picks. They had a lot of picks last year. And it'd be nice to see some of these guys, make a little bit more of a step forward. I think we've been happy with what they've been able to do in training camp, and I think there's optimism that they'll have better years this year, just growing on what they did last year. And I think that's kind of what I want to see, is if we could see some of those guys that aren't necessarily starters, but guys that have been showing promise and that we're expecting to make a bigger leap this year come and make that jump. The next one is young receivers. I mean, we're getting to that point where we are unsure if Terry McLaurin is actually going to be ready for the opening season. I mean, I still think a deal is going to get done. I think everybody's just kind of patiently waiting, but honestly, I thought this deal would have been done like 2 months ago. So the fact that it's still going on, I mean, you can't say that it won't get done before the season's over. Like wherever the season starts, we just don't know. We don't know when this is really going to happen. So for me, I'd like to see some of these young receivers play well. I mean, I'm talking about Jalen Lane, Ja'Cory Brooks, Luke McCaffrey again. Some of these guys that might have to fill the shoes, in case Terry McLaurin isn't out there. I think we've seen Debo. We know what he can do. Obviously, Zach Ertz is played well. Noah Brown is somebody who's reliable, but we got to see some of these other guys step up. Next thing is, I know it's just preseason and we're not getting all the starters in, but let's see some run defense improvement. This is going to be our first chance to see real tackling, real players actually getting after it. And for me, that's what I would like to see. I'd like to see real tackling, real running, run stopping, really fitting in the middle. I mean, people like Eddie Goldman, I don't know if he's going to be playing today. I would assume so. See if he's going to be able to be, that run stopper in the middle. Just see some of these D tackles that they brought in and see if they have improved on their run defense, because that was probably the biggest thing that just did not change at all throughout the season. I think there was a lot of adjustments throughout the team that got better. The run defense, just from beginning to the end, was just not very good, and I think that's where a lot of their changes, within the defense came in to kind of correct that. So it'd be nice to see that, maybe scheme wise, as well as some of these new players, is leading to better run defense. And my last thing that I just want to see is, I just want to see JCM play. And I think it's mainly because, we can see all the highlights, that the Commanders drop, and being at practice, it's like, you see him make a good run, but you also could see that somebody probably could have made the tackle, and they let him run through. So it'll be nice to see, is this guy really that good? Like, we all are kind of impressed and all kind of excited to see. And I think running back is maybe a little easier of a position to impress people with, because if you're fast and you're running the ball, in practice, they don't tackle you. So it's easy to be like, oh man, he broke a 30-yarder, he broke a 20-yarder. Are these legit, right? So for me, I want to see if these are legit. I got faith. I would say that I'm a believer in JCM, but this would be the first time to be able to see it. And I know, let's not get too excited if it does happen, if he does have a great game. It is not starters, it's just backups and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I mean, I want to see what he looks like on the field when it's live. So that's my last thing. Basically, I'm just really excited for the game today. I'm really sad that I can't be there to shoot it. You guys know, as much as I love talking sports, my main thing is photography. So I'm excited to be on the sidelines for the rest of the season. And, if you got any questions on the team, on this channel, as well as photography, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I'll get back to you on those. But I will do another recap video of the game with Skylar Nelson tomorrow. And thank you for tuning in. I'll see you later.